Okay, so hopefully it's recording. I have had to reset some of my stuff here. Friend is here for emotional support. Probably going to need it for this video because this video is going to be a little rough. Okay, so this is kind of just an update about what I've been dealing with. I have been very sick for probably about 2 weeks now. I can't eat anything. My menstrual cycle keeps coming and going. Like, I bleed a little bit every day, but it's never seeming to stop. It stopped for a complete week and then it came back, and now I'm just randomly bleeding. Um, I can't hold down food. Everything I do eat instantly turns to liquid. Like the last time I tried to eat was last night, and I only got 2 bites in before I got hiccups. My stomach was already rejecting it. And I've been stressing and wondering what's wrong with me. The doctors can't figure it out. And I started thinking and recently realized that I might know what's wrong with me. It's just a concept that I have put out of my head for a couple of years now. In 2016, just after my grandmother passed away, I met a man who moved in with me. He was homeless at the time, and he met me at the church where I was going to get showers and to get hot meals. And he had HIV. And one night he got drunk and he forced himself on me unprotected. And he took me to the hospital, and they put me on a medication that was supposed to stop me from becoming infected. Technically, I was supposed to have started that medication before ever doing anything with him. He didn't take me to get it. He kept saying we were going to go get it, but he never took me until after the night in question. And then he quickly took me, and I started the medication. The medication made me sick, like really sick. And because the medication was making me sick and he didn't want to be around somebody who was sick, he started leaving. And he found himself another woman. Like within a week of what he did to me, he had already found another woman that he was going to stay with. And it's hard thinking about it because he really hurt me. He hurt me bad, you know. I was desperate to not be alone at that point. My grandmother had just passed and I was all alone. And the night before he left, he said he would stay with me if I would agree to his lifestyle. He said that he was into BDSM, and that if I would allow him to whip me, he would stay with me. So I did. And he used his belt and he left bleeding lashes all over my backside. And I almost passed out from the pain. And when he was done, he left to go be with her. And when he came back again, he had a police officer with him. And he told me that if I ever told anybody what he had done, if I ever told anybody that he infected me or that he tried to infect me, he would have me put in jail for the rest of my life. I was not allowed to talk about it because he had been open about his um, status, and what he was doing was he was using the HIPAA laws kind of as a protective barrier, because it's illegal to disclose somebody else's status. And so if I was to like reach out to somebody that he might be interested in dating and say, look, this guy has HIV and intentionally tried to infect me, he could say that I was committing a felony by breaking HIPAA and put me in prison. So now every time I talk about him, I have to make sure that he is only just a him, a sir, a mister, never a name, never anything anybody could find to be him, so that I don't go to prison for speaking about an experience that I went through. Because he seems the type that would try to incarcerate somebody just for speaking out against something that was very wrong. I have wondered often if that baby is okay, because the woman he left me for, he got pregnant. There are some messed up people in this world, and unfortunately I have run across a lot of them. I got tested in 2017, and I got tested in 2018. The infection date would have been my birthday in 2016, because of course it was my birthday. What doesn't happen on my birthday? So what I was told was that after the test in 2018, I was told that I was clear, that I shouldn't have to worry about it, because the new testing they had, they could find it within months. It used to be like 10 years. It could show up within 10 years. But now they have these new tests. Supposedly they can find it within a few months. And since it had at that point been 2 full years, they said that the negative result meant that I was negative. And then COVID happened and everything else just kind of didn't matter that much. So I haven't been retested since then. And now that I'm kind of staying sick and the doctors can't tell me what's wrong, I'm thinking that that might possibly be the problem. So I'm going to be getting a appointment. I'm going to go up tomorrow and make the appointment to have the test done. I don't know how long it's going to take. I think the last time I took the test, it took 2 weeks to get a result. But that was just, I think, with the mouth swab. And I'm going to specifically ask for a blood test, because I want to know for sure. And that might take longer. I mean, they might not even do it, right? They might not take my request to heart. So I don't know. But that's what I'm currently dealing with. That's why I haven't been posting very much, or, I canceled the zoo trip. I haven't gone to the sanitarium. None of the things that I had planned to do this summer, I've been able to do, because I've just been sick and stressing, and I'm only now kind of letting myself understand that that might be the problem, and it would explain why doctors can't find another problem. I just keep hoping, because they said the last test would have completely cleared me. But there's always a possibility. Once you've been exposed, it can be dormant in there. It was a bad situation. Just like having all of these memories come back on me right now because I'm thinking about it. He was not the greatest guy, And the only reason I was so desperate for him to stay was because I was completely alone and scared I had been abandoned by everybody. I was expecting my family to do the right thing, and I was sitting there waiting for them to do the right thing, to release the property to me, to read the will, to get all of these things finalized. And it was stupid of me to think that they were going to do the right thing when they had the option to just take the money and leave me behind. But like, he was awful, really. In hindsight, he was horrible. After the incident, when he told me I should be thankful that he was with me for the testing and for all of that, because he was alone when he found out. I should be grateful to him, is how he felt. Because he was alone in jail when he found out. Because he had committed a crime and gotten put in jail and then found out that he was infected. I don't know. It was a rough situation that I thought I left back a couple of years ago. But now I'm sick. Thankfully, he was my last sexual partner. I haven't been active since I stopped being with him. I haven't been active since I left Florida, really. I've been here in California for a couple of years now, and I've been completely abstinent, so. It's a lot of stress. And it's not that I'm afraid of death. We all die. Everybody watching this video is going to eventually die. That's not what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of hurting. How much is it going to hurt, and how long is it going to hurt? That's what I'm worried about. Because right now it's hurting a lot, because I'm staying sick and I'm staying weak. And I don't know how much longer it'll take. If that's what is causing this, I don't know how much longer it'll take for, But that's where I'm at right now, and I guess we will know more in about 2 weeks.